Hi folks, this is the Circle of Terra. This is the third and final installment of the Ice Wall movie series, video series. Uh, this is my logo, so you can see, as you can see. So let's move forward fast because this takes some time. Okay, in the first video we talk about the ring wall of ice, Antarctica, and about Richard Ebert, the explorer, and his expeditions, and the interview that he did, and he exposed certain things that are really interesting. Uh, the natural resources, coal, uranium, and then the plateau, the most important thing, the plateau. The ice plateau of 14 and even 15,000 feet. So let's hear it about it.
There is. Now, the North Pole is the center of an ocean 10,000 feet deep. The South Pole, the center of a plateau 10,000 feet high. The North Polar Sea is surrounded by continents slightly frozen. The Antarctic continent is surrounded by a belt of ice, frozen seas of at least 1,200 miles thick. Now, the South is a plateau. It gets in some places 14,000 feet up. I've been over areas about 13,000, and it's a little bit chilly up there.
Okay, as you can see, he expressed himself about the plateau and how big it is. And before, he expressing that the land that he saw, he compared more or less like the size of the United States. So that's what he saw, what he could explore. I know it's more information, but obviously it's classified because after I think the second expedition, the military went involved, and they're not gonna reveal everything. To ask for evidence or proof, it will be more than naive. Okay, following that, I found information about why Richard Ebert have all that resources on the disposal, and turned out to be that he was a Freemason, uh, high degree Freemason, because he was even a Medal of Honor. You know, the only person I think that have a Medal of Honor with his face engraved while still alive. That's something that really holds water. Okay, then after the events of Richard Ebert and his expedition and what he was supposed in the interview, it came the creation of the UN or United Nations. Okay, then the United Nations, as you can see, they use this logo in their flag. Why they use this logo in their flag? Why they can use Peter's projection map or Mercator projection map for that matter, or a globe. Huh? It's not a coincidence though. It's not a coincidence. And as you can see, this, if you use discernment, represents the ice ring wall of Antarctica. And not being the Arctic here is well explained because there's another video around here that shows that the Arctic defrost. I mean, the gets unfrozen. I mean, it melts. My English sucks. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, so on top of that, there are another organizations that are from the government that also have that same map. You can see. Okay? So this is not a coincidence. This is the reason I strongly believe that this is the real map. The real map. Okay? And it is really the same as the flat Earth map. There's that map. Okay, so you see the ring wall on that map? Okay, it's way too big, and that's the reason why they created the UN, because it makes more sense, because the Antarctica surrounds us. So all the nations are surrounded by it. Okay? Makes perfect sense. Now, the glass dome, or the glass ceiling, what I used to call it glass dome, but it's more like a glass ceiling stretch out. Okay? The Kármán line, scientifically called. The reason why I believe that he found also, after he saw those plateau of 15,000 feet, I believe it's more, but is the foundations. He found the foundations of the glass ceiling. And that glass ceiling, that's why they made after that the UN. And the treaty, the Antarctic Treaty, you can look for it. The Antarctic Treaty and the articles that they established, 14 articles, in which several of those says that it is prohibit bombing, nuclear tests, nuclear chemicals or whatever, the establish a war or conflict of war, things related like that. Okay, and I wonder why. Because after that, they explored the high altitude nuclear weapons. Okay, why are you gonna test a high altitude nuclear weapons, nuclear bomb or atomic bomb? The reason is because it is more. I think they thought it was safer, I guess, to try to crack that ceiling. Uh, Here I'm gonna show you of the one of the videos of the expedition of Richard Ebert that portrays what they show to the public, not what is classified. Let's see.
Called nunataks appear above the ice. Then rugged mountain ranges as far as the eye can see.
Okay, this is not my video. All credits go in this part of this video to 065. Okay, shout out to him. Check his channel, check his videos. Okay, I highly recommend it.
Bunger leans forward in amazement. His eyes have caught a sudden and unbelievable change in scenery. The universal white is turned to chocolate brown, dotted with blue. A cameraman goes into action. 300 square miles of land without snow. Land that might be in New Mexico or Arizona. Pictures alone will prove Bunger has discovered a warm oasis in the shadow of the pole. It is for such supreme moments as this that men brave the hardships of exploration.
You see? This is part, and that's real footage of the Antarctica and what they found in those certain areas that are, you can actually live there. Fresh water, hotter temperatures, the perfect weather conditions to, survive there. Actually populate that area or some sort. Okay? But that's only the front part of the information. Okay? The glass dome. Then all the chronological events. Richard Ebert, the UN establishment, and then the Antarctic Treaty. Okay? Came with this conclusion of the glass ceiling. Now, the glass ceiling, some might say, oh, that's a myth. No, it's not a myth. It's real. There's a glass ceiling up there. And this BBC documentary, this is on a public domain, by the way. This is a clips. This is a clips of the BBC documentary about the Libyan desert glass, which is not vitrification. It is like silicon glass, real glass.
Barakat guessed that the Arabs had discovered the source of the glass in Tutankhamun's necklace. What's more, he thought he had seen some pieces of the same glass. In the Geology Museum where he worked, there were samples of glass brought back from this part of the Sahara by an English explorer. In 1932, Patrick Clayton reported that far out in the desert, he had discovered chunks of glass scattered over thousands of square kilometers of desert.
Okay? He discovered thousands of square miles of those glass scattered across the desert. Okay? How that even possible? How's that even possible? The only explanation is they're coming from the sky. Now, here, in this video, this is the reason why I think they have that treaty and they have that well secure, and only in certain areas you can go as a tourist, and it is really restricted. This is water level. At water level, obviously the difference in altitude from water levels are thanks to the dam, right? But it was a cavitation damage on the dam, and they have to open certain additional gates to release the pressure of the water, right? Check what happens.
Cubic feet per second. This was still not enough. The emergency situation required
By the way, shout out to Jenny Calodia. This is one of his clips. Credit to him, Thank you, Jenny.
engineers to risk damage to the spillway tunnel. And on June 15, the 40-foot diameter left spillway tunnel was opened to drain an additional 13,000 cubic feet per second, which was then raised to 17,000 cubic feet per second. Then on June 28, the flow was increased to 32,000 cubic feet per second. At
32,000 cubic feet per second. That's not rain. That's not even a waterfall. That's unbelievable. Now that's up on horizontal level, and the damage is huge. Now imagine, based on scripture and based on Asian graphics that we posted in videos before, that carbon line, that glass ceiling holds the upper waters, oceans of tons of water. Can you imagine if that cracks? Can you imagine? Not even Noah's flood could compare. Not even that. That's how bad it is. Not even Katrina is nothing. The Japan tsunami is nothing. Noah flood, it will be nothing. That's why they did that treaty. That's the reason why they don't want nuclear tests or nuclear conflicts or bombing wars or whatever in that area. It is really classified, really restricted. Okay? Now, in this video, you see the top on the ceiling. You cannot see obviously because it's so big. It covers the whole sky, the whole upper duality. But if you notice, it looks like it's scratching. You know when you scratch something, it starts sparkle. Check this out. You see? You see how it sparkle? It started like if it's scratching in the ceiling. Okay? Okay, it's disintegrated because friction. Okay? And it's falling. But that part that you saw there, that part was actually like scratching, like when you go in a car and like the muffler of your car falls and starts scratching on the pavement and starts sparkling like that. The same thing. Okay? This is the reason why they have that treaty, and they have that all of that classified. Nobody can go there. This is a conclusion of the series of videos. Hope you like it. Please subscribe, and thank you all. God bless.